What's up, guys? Welcome back to Diamond Chat. Tonight we got episode 10 and the right-handed pitcher for Los Angeles Angels, Caden Dana, joining us. So, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hey, appreciate you coming on. All right. Let's start off with a little hot topic, dude. I was scrolling through Instagram one day and I see a little quote by you and it said I eat very healthy and in fact I eat steaks and I carry around a portable grill. I'm not sure if that's the exact quote, but I know it was along those lines. So kind of let us in on what that's about.
Well, number one, I was misquoted. But two, I never said that. I never said I'm very healthy. I think that was like what it was put in. But I did talk about my portable grill and stuff. So I started because last year it was literally like January, like right around New Year's. My family always comes down, like we always come down to Florida, and we always have spend like a week after Christmas. And I was eating out, and I honestly wasn't feeling that good after I eat out, and I had a like couple bad experiences with it, and I just so I stopped doing it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop doing it for like a month, and then it just carried on. I was like, kept going, kept going, kept going. I got to the season, and I stopped eating out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this portable grill. I started with the George Foreman. It was like I don't know, you just plug it in, and I literally just started like ordering like groceries online and like burger patties and stuff, and wherever we went. And then I upgraded to the portable grill, the little like stove top. But yeah, no, it worked. It was honestly cheaper than if I were to like Uber Eats like every week. And so I just kept doing it. And then obviously when we were at home, I would cook in the kitchen, like in my apartment, but kept going. I only eaten out like 4 or 5 times this whole year. And like it's noticeable, like I just feel way better, like waking up every day, like my workouts, like my recovery, like everything feels way better. So, and then obviously what I eat, it's very strict. I just keep like red meat and like certain like avocado and fruit.
That's what I was
Love
gonna
it,
ask right
man.
there. That's your diet? You just eat strictly red meat, some avocado, some fruit, like
Yeah, I've done some, like a test or two, like on like my food sensitivities and stuff, and knowing like what I should stay away from, and so that helps, like knowing like what your body kind of doesn't cooperate with. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like I love like red meat tastes the best. It's the best for me, I guess, and so like, I just like started ripping that like ground beef every day. I do like venison and bison and stuff too. Like I'll mix it up, but um, yeah, that for lunch and then steak for dinner.
Love that. So like, for breakfast, like you're just having some ground beef and avocados then pretty much?
Sometimes, I mean, like most of the time, depending on the day, like I won't even eat breakfast. I'll have like a banana and like couple pieces of fruit, and then just like go to the gym. Like I'll have like a light, like really light breakfast. If I'm going to like really, if I'm going to like play golf like all day, like I'll like prep food, and I'll like sometimes I'll eat like ground beef, and then I'll eat like the rest of it like later in the day, and then so. But it depends. It really depends.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's key, especially, we were talking with Matt this morning, a little
Hmm.
bit just about like diet and stuff, and it's just like
Yeah.
so important. Even like Max Martin, like the Dylan, we were talking with him last night, just how much that you can do all the working out in the world, but just having a really strict diet,
Yeah.
just fueling your body with the right stuff, and like just like you're doing, eating like the right meats, like you're eating your fruits and vegetables, like that definitely plays a
100%.
huge part into your success on the field.
Goes a long way. And so it was honestly like noticeable this year. Like last, like 2023 season, like I didn't. I mean, I had like a strict diet. I was still like kind of only doing like protein, but like I would eat out. Like I would eat Chipotle and stuff like that, and like like just certain foods, and like I like didn't feel as good. Like it was very noticeable, like the difference between this year and last year. So um, yeah, so I'm just gonna keep doing it.
that's awesome,
Good
bro. Hey,
stuff.
so now that we have um, your diet underway, what do you do for your workouts? Like, what does your workout plan look like? How many days a week? What are you doing?
I'm like 5 or 6 days a week right now. I mean, mainly six. I mean, I do like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is like the weightlifting day. So like Monday is like double leg stuff. So like I do like Zercher squat and like box squat. Um and like Tuesday would be like kind of like just like total upper body. And then Thursday would be like more single leg, and then like Friday would be like more like single upper body. Wednesdays and Saturdays, I usually try to do like just some type of movement cardio. Like today, I went to the gym. I did like 2 miles on the treadmill, did some weighted box jumps, like core and stuff like that, and then like play golf. So like just keep moving, like stuff like that. Wednesdays and Saturdays, and then obviously like Pilates, like stuff like Pilates helps. So like Wednesdays and Saturdays are more like movement. But yeah, I mean, right now I just started throwing too. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, play catch in the morning and then go work out. But that's really it.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. I mean, the weightlifting is just such a key important part, of success in the field. Like just working on your overall athleticism because obviously we're baseball players, but like we're athletes first, being able to move in all different directions and just being strong throughout your whole body. That's so important.
Yeah. Honestly, I honestly look forward to the gym like every day. It's like my favorite part of my day.
Yeah, that's great. We love that.
Yeah.
Dylan loves that, He's a
Yeah.
big weightlifter. So, you mentioned your throwing and how you're starting to like ramp up like a little bit, just like getting your cash play going.
Yeah.
What's your pitching program like, or like your throwing program to like get your body ready for starts, like with your bullpens and then like your obviously your
Um,
live outings and games.
well, it really depends on like my break. So if I'm on a 5 day, like in the minor leagues, I had less of a break than when I got to the big leagues. It was like we had like 6 starters, so like I was going once a week, like every Sunday in the big leagues. But like minor leagues, it would be like if I went on Friday, I'd throw Thursday the following week, and then Wednesday the following week, and then I actually had a couple like this year. I had like 2 or 3 starts where it was like I'll go like Thursday one week, and then following week I'll throw that Tuesday. Like I'll have like one like a really shortened break. But I would say normally it's like a 5 day, so it'd be like game, uh, light catch, probably another light catch day, touch and feel off the mound, light catch, game.
Gotcha.
Like that's usually I don't really go like during the season I don't really go further than like 180. And that's usually like on my bullpen day. I like to like stretch it out a little bit, but like it's usually like the light catch days are like 120, 90, 120.
Yeah. That's
Mm.
like you see a lot of guys now like they do like ultra long toss, but I
Yeah.
mean especially like with your work in the weight room, like all you're trying to do like on those days like you're kind of just trying to save your bullets, like take your arm for a bit of a walk and like work on your all speed pitches and your command. But I mean you're just basically saving up to just let it loose, on your start days.
Yeah. I mean, like when I get off the mound, I like to be a little more loose. So it's like that's where I kind of stretch it out. And I'm honestly not opposed to long tossing. Like in the off season, like I would like I'll long toss like probably for like a month straight. Like I'll mix it in like two or three times a week when I like start ramping up and like get a high intensity. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Hmm.
So like kind of just bring to that, like, you have a great work ethic with your weightlifting and then you're throwing. All of a sudden then, you look at it, you get drafted at Bosco and you climb through the minor leagues so quickly. How was the jump like just in terms of mentally from the minor leagues to the major leagues? Because everyone says that obviously it's a major jump physically, but
Yeah.
how is it like mentally?
I would say it's all mental. I mean, like physically, like you get there because like of your obviously like what you've done physically. You know what I'm saying? Like you perform in double A like I did this year. Like I obviously like, did well in double A and then but when you get up there it's more mental than anything. It's like you think you probably need to do above and beyond because you're at the top level and that kind of gets like creeps into your like mindset and but I mean really like the biggest challenge is like not changing who you are when you get up there. So that's what I would say, like it's more mental than physical. But it's a big jump. I mean, like I try not to say like try to be like it's really not that big of a jump because I'm not trying to like overhype, it's the big leagues, but it's definitely a different game up there. But yeah, no, it's at the end of the day, it's really the same game. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a lot more distractions, I would say.
Mhm. I mean, that's definitely like just like a huge like maturity thing that you've done and even just saying mentally strong because out of the the draft class, like it's only you and Jackson Holiday out of the high school like draftees that made their debut this year. Is that right?
Um, damn, I didn't even think about that.
I think I'm pretty sure it's only you two guys, so that's pretty legit stuff, like
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's crazy. That's like a crazy stat. I didn't even, like I've never heard that out loud.
yeah, that's legit. It's some good
Yeah.
stuff. All right. So do you want to take a question? I'll cut the little part out.
Yeah, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, you're
So if we can talk real quick about high school, right? So you get picked up in the 11th round, right?
Mhm.
What was your mindset going into that? Because I'm sure you thought you were gonna fit in day one, day two. So did you think you were going to UK at that point? And just take us through that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you want me to start from like the beginning of the season or like just like draft day itself?
Yeah, I think if we can go beginning of the season and kind of take us through a
Yeah.
little bit of timeline, I think that'd be sweet.
So obviously, like I had, my agent was involved, and so I hadn't like I was prepared for something to happen after the season. And obviously, like I was you know prepping to have a really good season, my best. Obviously, give it my best, and give myself a chance to have that moment and have that opportunity. So, but like I mean, the whole season was a blast. Like couldn't have gone better. State champs. Like it was, we had a great team. Good. Like obviously we were good too. But and then draft day was stressful a little bit. I mean, I my agent tried like walking me through the process. It's like, dude, don't get your hopes up. Like literally just enjoy it. Like be with your family. Don't get down on yourself. Like it's the draft is crazy. And so day one comes around. I didn't really expect to like go day one. I was like, obviously like it's possible. It's it'd be really cool, but like early day two, like I'm still cool with. So day one comes around and like it was like I think it was like the beginning of the second round, and they start calling guys that I have no idea like who they are, never heard of them. I'm like, yeah, like what is this? And then no, I'm just playing. But I started seeing my name on the board. And there was like the prospects that are left to get drafted, and I start getting antsy, and I'm like, bro, like, what are we waiting for? And then day two rolled around, and I was, I had some like offers, but I was kind of staying true to myself, and then so I turned down about like three or four offers in that morning, and then um, yeah, and then like the whole rest of the day goes by. Like obviously, I watched a couple of my buddies get drafted, and then that like after day two, I was like, all right, full send Kentucky. Obviously, like didn't get what I wanted. I'm gonna go Kentucky and prove I deserve more. I remember. I think my coaches from like both of my pitching coach and head coach like Mingione called me after the draft, like day two. It was like, we're so pumped to have you. Like listen, like you're gonna be a stud here. Like all that stuff. And like I think right after that phone call, like literally 30 minutes later, I got a phone call with my agent, and he said like it was my agent and my dad, and he was like, I just got off the phone with the GM from the Angels. He was like, they want to sign your brother. Like they were asking about if the younger brother is still like available and still like is still has interest in going pro. Like, and so my dad's on the call, and he's like, of course, like this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and so they offered me like obviously what I got, and I was like, shit, like I can get drafted with my brother, and like that's the opportunity of a lifetime. So obviously I took it, and then next day like they came through with their promise, and so it was like I got drafted in the 11th, and then my brother Casey got drafted in the 20th, I think. I don't know, I forget where around, but it was a special day, and everything worked out. So I was like, that experience was something I'll never, get back, and it was cool.
That's amazing, bro. Do you guys end up playing together at all?
We
Or
did. So our first whole season, I was in low A to start the year for like 3 weeks, and then I got called up to high A, and I actually it's actually funny. I wasn't gonna tell them. I was just gonna show up because they were on the road, and I was just gonna be like, show up and just be like, "Yo, what's good?" And then, and I guess someone like word spreads around, so like guys are just telling everyone. As soon as someone gets called up, I swear it's just like yo, like did you hear? Like I swear they just start texting each other. That happens all the time.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah,
Even like, like getting called up like from low A to high A. What are like the emotions that you were experiencing,
that
like
was
a phone call, getting called to the bigs?
well, that was a difference in emotions because like one, like I think I still called my mom first. It was like when I got called up to high A, I was like, that's crazy. I literally just spent 3 weeks in low A. Like, what the hell? And then, but yeah, I called my mom. I was like, oh, me and Casey are teammates, and so like obviously like my whole family was pumped to hear that. But getting so I was actually playing golf in Alabama. I'm pretty sure it was like a Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday, and we had like late arrival to the field. But I was supposed to throw a bullpen that day, so my manager said he was gonna call me. Um, he was gonna call me like around like 12, and like said he was gonna open the door for me so I can come early and throw my bullpen because like when late arrival I wouldn't have time to throw it if I got there at like 3, which is when like everyone else was getting there. And so I was golfing. I finished golfing around like 11:30, and he calls me like literally right after I get in the clubhouse. He calls me. He's like, "How quick can you get to the field?" And I'm like, "I don't know. You said like you open the door at 12. I was like, I'll get there in like 30 minutes. I guess that's how far I am." And he's like, yeah, yeah, hurry up." And I'm like, he just hung up. I was like, "All right." And so I didn't really like at first. I was like, "All right, this is weird," because like I don't know, he just sounded like he was stressing over the phone. And so obviously I'm, you know, freaking speeding to the field. I'm like kind of like heart's kind of racing.
Yeah.
And so I get there, and like all the coaches, like the pitching coach and the manager and like everyone's there, hitting coach, and they're all in the locker room, like their own locker room, and they're all just like sitting back in their chairs, like laughing, and I'm just like, "Hello, like what? You literally like told me to get here as fast as I can." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll meet you in the office." I'm like, "All right." Just sit down and like close the door, and like the pitching coach walks in. Both the pitching coach walked in. I'm like sitting down. He's at his desk. I'm like, and I knew it right away. He was like,
Yeah.
"You're going to the big leagues," and I was just like, as soon as he said that, I just didn't. I was speechless. Like my mind went blank and everything, and I was like, "There's no way." And then, um, yeah, it was just like he gave me like 5 minutes to process, and I called my mom first and like started bawling, crying, and did an emotional phone call. And then I remember putting I called my dad, and then somehow he knew already. I have no idea. Like I don't know why he knew. I guess my agent knew too. And but so I called him, and like he literally picked up the phone. Like I can kind of tell like he was like already tearing up when I was like telling him. I was like, "Why are you already crying?" I was like, "How do you know?" And then but then I put my siblings on a group FaceTime, and I told them, and they had no idea. So that was special. But yeah, that was, and then obviously like next morning at like 6 a.m. flying in Anaheim.
That's awesome. Just like
Yeah,
So,
such like
oh,
a feeling that everyone wishes to have one day, and like you got it so
yeah,
early in your career, and it's amazing. Something to
yeah.
live
That
proud of.
yeah, those next 3 days were special. Like that's so I'll always remember that.
so I know a lot of position players when they get pulled up, they're usually playing that night. They get a pink shit at bat,
Yeah,
something. Right? I know Jahan got pulled up. I think he started his first game when he got pulled
yeah.
up right away. How was that experience for you? Because I know I was watching the game. I was a little fanboy out there. Um, I was watching you, and you were in the dugouts. You were starting the next day, right? You get pulled up, so you're able to get there and watch
hmm
that night game, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so I had 2 games. I can watch 2 games. So third,
Did
obviously, like Thursday, um, I got called up, but they sent me my flight for like the following morning. But I got called up with my buddy Sam Aldegheri. He's the Italian-born pitcher. He's nasty, but he got called up with me, and he had a pitch on Friday. So
What?
they found like a last minute seat for him for Thursday night. He flew in like midnight Thursday and then woke up, obviously, slept in for a night game, but like pitched on Friday. Like nothing, no preparation. Dude, he had to face Seattle after not even looking at their hitters. Like that would have been crazy. Like that would have been for me, like I no, I can't believe he pitched well too. He threw very well for that, like for that rush, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like my situation, it was like Friday morning, I got to watch, I got to the field around like 1:30, like same time everyone else got to the field. And um yeah, it was like I got to obviously see everyone I saw. I was at big league camp, so I kind of knew most of the guys. And obviously met most of the guys, and but like yeah, it was watched two full baseball games, kind of got the experience, and then didn't do me any justice. Like Sunday morning, the day I had to start, like I was still, I woke up like, holy shit, this is the day. And so I mean, but yeah, and then I treated it like any other start.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you've had a hell of a start too.
Mhm.
What, when did it kind of kick in? Like, oh crap, like I'm in the big leagues. You know what I mean? Did it kick in
Oh.
warm-ups? Did it kick in when you got to the mound, warm-up pictures, or did you when you faced a couple hitters? Like, what was it?
Mm, I mean, shit. I would say I should when I showed up to the field, I literally took like a random Uber to the field, which like I guess people don't do when you get to the big leagues. They're always like Uber Black. I took like a normal Uber, and that was a terrible car ride because like the guy kept asking me questions, and I just had to like lie to him the whole time. Um, but I get to the field, and like there was like four camera guys as soon as I get out of the car, and it's like a 10-minute walk into the locker room from like where they dropped you off, and I had four camera guys literally like backwards walking, like crouching and like recording me walk for 10 minutes like into the locker room. And I had to like not look at the camera the whole time. And I was like, this is kind of uncomfortable, but I was like, this is kind of sick. Like this is big leagues. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's before I even got to the field. And then um when I got to the field, like I just, I did all my stuff like I usually would. And then I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a camera in my face when I went to go like throw my warm up pitches like before my first pitch, and like I didn't even notice him. Like I didn't even know he was there. Like he was literally like right in front of my face, like on the mound. Like I could have hit him if I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't even notice.
That's nuts.
So like that was crazy. But yeah, after pitch one, I was like, all right, nerves are out. Let's go.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome too. So why don't we wrap it up with one of Dylan's good old favorites?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite questions. I kind of like to ask it, dig into the brain and experience of different guys. So, what is your, and it could be two, right? We won't limit it to one because I know it's hard. You've obviously been in multiple different levels and situations. So, what is one of your favorite experiences so far? It could be on the field, off the field. I know we're going to exclude the debut because that's probably unbelievable, right?
Mhm.
So it could be like I said, on the field, off the field, anything you got. Something funny, something serious.
Uh, all right. It was so like my first outing in high A. My brother Casey was starting at third. So obviously, like when you like, I was nervous, but like when you throw your first pitch, like you throw the ball down, and like the last person to give you the ball is the third baseman. And oh, dude, I gotta remember. I don't even think I could say it like on camera, like what he said to me, but like, it was kind of like he said something funny, and I remember laughing on the mound, like when he gave me the ball, and then it was I had a good outing. I went, I did pretty well, and then like he made a couple good plays for me, and like that was like I would say that was probably like the coolest thing ever. Like having him playing third and I was pitching, and I literally couldn't keep a straight face before pitch one because he said something stupid. Um,
That's amazing, bro. That's awesome. I couldn't imagine playing with my brother. That's
yeah, that was like on the field. That was by sick. I mean, we were roommates like at home and on the road, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So we appreciate your time tonight, man.
No problem.
It's really happy. You had a great season and had the opportunity to make your debut, and we wish you
Hmm.
nothing but the best. In the future for your major league career. Hopefully we catch you over at Power sometime this winter to go check the place out.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Appreciate you guys having me on too.
you can always have us down in Florida, bro. I'm a big beach guy, so you
Yeah,
know.
Dude,
we're
pull
home
up
for
the
4 weeks
pull
over
up
the
the
winter
Jupiter.
break. We may need
Pull up
to
the
get in the
Jupiter.
warmth a bit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
appreciate it, brother.
Hey, appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank you.
All right, thanks, man.